Now, I left you, each of my videos are 5 minutes long, so it cuts me off when I hit five. So I'll be doing two or three of these now to continue on setting up for rendering. And where I left it was that we were matching our 3D view with our site view and our camera view in order to get the shadows correct and right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm happy enough with that. So I've set up my first view and I'm going to run a test render on that. And I'll hit or on the keyboard. That'll bring up my rendering. Now, have a look at the box over here. Let's explain what's going on here. So we got various different settings. Now, I have found that medium is the best setting for your initial renders, okay? When everything is set up and is looking exactly how you want it, you might go up to best or something like that. And the difference between the two is just the clarity of the pixels. There's more pixels in best and there's less in medium, but medium works quite well for me to begin with. So you're printing from your screen, so that's the crop box that's going to get rendered, and we leave it at that for the moment. That's fine. Under lighting, you've got various different options here. Because this is external, all we need is sun only. That's as much as we want. So here we go, our sun setting in session again. So we have already set that up on the 22nd at 12. That's okay, that's good. You get a choice of no clouds. I like to put in cloudy. It just gives it a bit of contrast in terms of the background. And when it's done, we just click on render and off it will go. Now, if you've got quite a complex building and you want to test a few things first, you can use the region box here, okay? What that allows you to do is shift that. See the red box there? And I can drag that in and drag that in. And what will happen is that only what's inside of that box will render. So it'll actually render a little bit quicker for you, and that's quite handy if you want to test out some materials or something like that, or colors or shadows or whatever else, rather than spend ages waiting for everything. Otherwise, that's handy enough to use that. I'm going to turn that off, and if I hit render now, it's going to take about 8 minutes or so to render this up, but I've done one already. And oh yeah, let me just bring that box back up again. It is hugely important that once you have completed your render, that save to the project will become available to you. Now, you must save it to the project, and you must give it a name that'll identify it, because you're going to be doing quite a few of these. If you spend 10 minutes waiting for a render and you go, that's cool, that's great, I'm going to do another one now, and you move on to something else, you will actually lose the render without saving it to the project. So you've lost all that work. So very important to remember that, to save it to the project. Now, here's my first rendering there, and that's the way that one has come up. So it's not bad. It started. There's a few things I'm going to do with this to make it look a lot better, but that's not bad for a start.